Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Let me tell you, it feels like such a relief to say that, because today I woke up all looking forward to recording this episode, and I found out that my cooking hob was broken. How was I gonna cook my meals for the day? Well, I had to go out there and find a hob to replace the one that I had. It had to fit the size of the desk, and yeah, spent the day taking the old one apart, installing the new one. And now it's the evening. I don't have as much time to play as I wanted to, but I was thinking, this is a good problem to have. There are worse problems in the world than something like a cooking stove breaking down, right? And what a convenience it is to have a cooking stove. I often like to think, what was it like to live 100 years ago? What was cooking like then? And how convenient is it now? So I have no complaints, and obviously I'm over here just to collect some sculpt for a project. One that we won't actually see for a while. I'll be showing you that project when it's finished. But I wanted to talk about this one right here. It's a fun farm, right? It's just about the silliness of having these guardians oscillate all the way to the top, but it's got me thinking we could build such a more efficient system for this. So I have decided that what I'm going to do, rather than rebuild this farm, is actually build yet another one in the same location, except we'll build it in the opposite corner. So we'll go all the way over to this side, we'll have another floaty nether portal in the sky, and a secondary guardian farm. And I'm going to do things different. I'm going to chip away at it on my live streams where I normally do grindy stuff, but we'll just have some fun over there on Twitch building up a guardian farm similar to this one but more efficient overall. You know what I'm going to say, right? Be sure to be following me on Twitch if you want to catch those live streams. For today though, I have different plans, and first of all I think we're going to take a trip to the commercial area. That's because we need to get signed up for Vintage Beef's trading card game. We saw this at the end of our last episode. I think some more finishing touches have been added now. Yep, there's a few more items lying around. The shop is looking amazing, and I need to get myself a starter pack. And your very first deck costs 5 diamond blocks. I think that's a fully playable deck, and then after that you can get item packs, effect packs, booster and hermit packs, and they all cost a different amount of TCG coins, which we have to earn by playing games. And I've been thinking, how is this going to work? I think what I'm going to do is record my games, maybe put them out on my second channel, but over here I'll just kind of like bring you up to speed as we go by. And that'll probably include, oh yes, music. That will include showing you my deck, talking about victories and how the deck is changing as we try and develop a strategy with it. And I guess that's what happens when you right click on a bundle, you throw everything down on the floor. So here is my deck. The cards you might want to pause and read are our effect and item ones right here. And to show you what's on the hermit cards, I actually need to hold that myself, right? So I'm going to hold these one by one. Again, if you want to pause, have a look at the stats, think about the possible strategy that's going on here, you are more than welcome to. Now this thing, it's got a fanciful name, and I want to do the same thing here. When I hold it in my inventory, thanks to the mod packs I got on here, we can see the cyan texture. That'll just help it stand out amongst the other ones here, but I also want to name it too. And if I remember correctly, it's all of these options over here on the side, so I can like pick a color, make it bold. So I was going to walk you through the steps of doing this, but wow, that turned out to be an absolute pain. Although I kind of got the hang of it now, but there you go. Xisuma's TCG deck. So now I am hoping that I can find someone to play, and I'll bring you up to speed on what happens as a result of that. But before any of that, let's talk incentives, as I have an incentive to give something away. Something that other players want that I have a lot of. If you guessed oxidized copper blocks, you are indeed correct. Also, Pixel Riffs released his tutorial for the upgraded version of this, the one that's even more automated. You can go to his channel to find that. I'm going to try and remember just to link it down below. But you know us YouTubers, we're just useless at doing that. So head over to his channel if you want to see the tutorial. Anyways, I have, I think, 2 full shulker boxes. Maybe almost 2 full shulker boxes. Yep, no, there's the other one. We got this one and this one. And, you know, I've got an incentive to give one of these away. But that's because I'm going to lay down a trap. There is currently Anvil Wars taking place on the server, it seems. Players have been anviling each other, killing each other using a falling anvil. And what better way to lure someone into a trap than the promise of free copper blocks? And just like we did a moment ago, I've given this one some fancy colorized name. So how are we to lure our fellow hermits into a trap? What a great question. Let me show you exactly how. We are going to do this with a trap, something that I've been working on all season. Well, not the trap, and I don't know if I've shown you this before, but back at our starter base we have something very interesting underground. And down here at the deep slate level, this is where we need to get off. Yes, I don't have a proper entrance to this place, but I will be making one. And the entrance is where the trap shall be. And yes, this is what we are looking for, these bones. So, who doesn't love an Elytra fly course? A good old time trial. The fastest run gets a full box of oxidized copper blocks. That is an amazing prize. And let's have a look at the course. I do wish to extend what you're about to see. And I believe the beginning bit is the weakest part. You might notice that I'm not using my rockets here, and that's just because the nature of these caves, where these rib bones are, just aren't so great for the fly course. This bit right here was exploded by me using TNT. Oh yes, I actually have some replay mod footage of this. Granted, it's from last year, it was a long time ago that I did this, but we always like to see some explosions, right? And so I laid some TNT down in a simple strip mine and exploded it. Big enough for a tunnel, maybe a little bit on the slim side. But after this point, it gets real smooth. You can kind of cruise through. I'm actually physically ducking my head as a response to how close to the ceiling we were at then. But yeah, you can see if you just follow these around, it's a really nice Elytra ride through some natural caves. And whew, it is quite good fun. Now up in front of us it goes round a sharp corner, which is kind of like hard to see until you get used to the track, and then it goes round another one, and this is roughly where it ends. But what's beyond this point is actually an amazing sort of spiral cave around a lava lake full of dripstone. I really want to extend this course a little bit further. It's also deadly and dangerous around here, that the caves haven't been lit up. And wow, I'm going to have no chance at showing you this because it's just so dark around here. So if it goes further than that, we shall see. I've got to decide where the start of this course is, because from that point is where we're going to create the entrance, and that's where we're going to lay a trap. So I ended up deciding that we should fly the course in reverse. And because of that, our starting position is kind of the equivalent of the Nether Hub, which is why we have this obnoxious portal here. But it will be temporary and also a great advertisement. I'll cover it in some blocks, I'll make it so that hermits know what it is, and that actually just makes it really easy to find this event. Now, I was recently watching a Mumbo Jumbo video of him creating a bank in Minecraft, and I thought the build palette he threw together for his interface was absolutely gorgeous, and I sent him a message saying, when you get on Hermitcraft, I've got loads of these materials, you could totally pick up that style and run with it. And then today, I just couldn't get it out of my head, and so that's why this looks the way it does. It's really nice. And it's very Guardian themed, and we're about to upgrade our Guardian farm in the near future, so I'll probably build it with a similar build palette. Anyways, it shows off that we've got the copper, and as you enter here, remember we got to lure the hermits into a trap. The trap is just over there. Activating that lectern will drop anvils onto the head that you can't even see. Not even if I zoom, can you make anything out? So in order to direct the hermits, we have this lectern to grab their attention, introduce them to the game, let them know that on the right is where the prize is. Look at that. All of those oxidized copper blocks. Then on the left it says read the rules, and it also mentions the goal of the game and the price to play. So then our hermits are obviously going to see this lectern, walk over to it and activate it. However, it'll be activated by turning the page. You might have noticed there's a piece of redstone in my inventory. Anyway, if you want to pause the video and read the rules, there you go. So I'm not going to touch this book again, because down here, that's where the redstone goes, and then underneath there, there's a piston, a bit of redstone going through the cave behind me, all the way up to the top. And if I pillar up with my dynamic lighting on, you'll see exactly what's going on over here. Bunch of signs with anvils directly above them. And right there, that's the piston that'll get pushed out. That might actually stop the anvil that's directly above it, but that's the one that's going to land on top of here. So the theory is that in order to open this up, they're going to be underneath the anvils, and the first person to come over here, they're going to get taken out in the Anvil Wars. And this reminds me, I have some footage to share with you, because while I was playing a couple of rounds of the TCG game, we anviled Rendog
to take place.